And we are live. Welcome, 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 everyone. Welcome to Lessons and Learning and Readings with Larkin. I am Larkin, live to you from the United States. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to pop my banner up here for all of you. Excuse me, so that you guys can know how to connect with me. Further, if you'd like to, we're going to give everybody a couple of minutes to log on and say hello. I'm sorry I am a few minutes late, but I am broadcasting from the barn today. I usually broadcast from the barn on Tuesdays. And when I do that, I have to use my phone as a hotspot. And so sometimes it clicks right in, and sometimes it's a little bit slower, and it takes me a few minutes to get started. So that's why I'm a few minutes late logging on with all of you guys today, but thank you for tuning in. Let's see. I hope wherever you are that it is comfortable and not as muggy and hot as it is here, although I do love the warm weather. For those of you who are just logging on and maybe have just sent me for the first time, hey, Marianne. Hi, Carisha, Allison, and Cheyenne. I love it when you guys say hello, just to set the mood, help everybody get comfortable and settle in, create a nice, safe environment and community for the next hour. I consider this a sacred hour, that we are communing with spirit, that we are connecting with spirit, with non-physical, with your higher selves. We're also connecting with your spirit teams. For those of you who don't know what that is, your spirit teams are all of those supporting you in non-physical on the other side. So your spirit team comprises of your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones that have crossed over. This includes your pets, right? The non-human animals that are no longer in this world with you. Your guides and your teachers, all sorts of amazing beings that are supporting you while you are incarnated in this lifetime. Okay, so it's a very sacred job for them. They take it very seriously, and during this hour, we connect and commune with them. No holds barred for this hour. Okay, so, and I'll get to your comments in just a second. I love it when you're showing where you are, where you're from, Allison. Minnesota, hot and muggy, no way. I know it does actually get hot and muggy there. During this hour, guys, anything spiritual, metaphysical, and even paranormal, you can ask about. We can do mediumship readings. We can do psychic readings. We can do, excuse me, so much dust in the barn. We can talk about and answer questions about your spirit guides. I have a Meet Your Spirit Guides event coming up the 10th of August, by the way. We can talk about angels. We can talk about before and after life. We can talk about death. We can talk about crystals. We can talk about non-human animals and animal messengers, dreams, anything you want, okay? But here's what I do ask. You please log on, say hello, let me know where you're from, and don't get on and beg for reading right away. And the reason is because I want this to be a good practice time for each and every one of you to learn to get in your center, calm your brain waves in your nervous system, because that is how people like myself actually connect to non-physical. Okay. One of the ways that we do that is we still our brainwave frequencies. We get in our center because we have to get out of our head. And when you have a vibration or a frequency of urgency, of need, of desperation, no matter how great the messages may come through me, you still won't receive everything that you need to, because you won't really be open to receiving it. Okay, so that's a good thing to practice. I want to remind you that you are the physical manifestation of your spirit team. You are the part that is here in physical form. You are the part that is here incarnated in this world right now that has free will, that your spirit team is here to support. But that does not mean that you should just sit back and ask, when are things going to happen? What's going to happen? What should I do? Please understand that at least with my readings, there's a call to action. You are a part of that, okay? And part of that is how you receive. And part of that is, what are you going to do with these readings? What are you going to do with the answers and responses to your questions? Okay, because what you do with them is the very most important part. Okay, I've been doing this my whole life, and it's taken me this long to come to this summary of sharing with each and every one of you how to get the most out of your readings. Okay. All right, let's say hi, and then we've got a little bit of a cool wisdom from Spirit, and then we'll hop into readings. I do have my Sacred Force cards again with me today. Okay. USA, I love the butterfly. Marianne, Cheyenne, Carisha, Sharon, hello from the UK. Melody Hart, Andrea Reese. Oh, I love seeing all of the new faces and new names and familiar names as well. So great to see you guys. Let's see. I'm hoping that this is, let's see, who do we have up here? Hold on. Let me scroll up here for a second. Casey, hello. Welcome. Anne-Marie, welcome. Susan. All right. Let's see if I made sure I didn't miss anyone. Sorry about the speeding car, guys. All right. Awesome. So here is our little token of wisdom from Spirit before we get started today. One step at a time. Spirit is saying one step at a time. That's okay, Marianne. If my screen is freezing, that's okay. I've got my hotspot, and that's probably going to happen today, so I'm not worried about it. You guys should be able to hear me anyway. Hopefully it'll hold out for us, okay? One step at a time. What does that mean? When Spirit is sharing with you, remember one step at a time. What they're trying to share with you, and keep in mind that Spirit knows who is on here today. They know who is on every broadcast. And so these messages are tailored specifically for what you guys need to hear. And if it's not a reading for you, or you don't think the message is for you, you can be sure that Spirit has tucked in there something for you. Okay. So keep your ears open for it. Maybe it's not what you expect. One step at a time means don't try to take up the whole chunk. Whatever it is that you are worried about, whatever you're concerned about, whatever you're nervous about, whatever you're trying to decide or confused about, don't worry. Remember, it's one step at a time, one choice at a time, one response at a time, one question at a time. And the questions you ask are as much or more important than the answers that you receive. You got to ask the right questions. Okay. So when Spirit is saying one step at a time, what it's telling you is, don't expect everything to come together like that. Don't expect immediate gratification. Don't expect everything to be done all at once. It's taken you decades to get where you are right now, for better or for worse. Okay, decades. It's been in the making. Wherever you are right now has had a momentum. It didn't just happen like this, and it didn't just happen overnight. And so whatever it is you want to fix or change or undo or transform or create is also not going to happen overnight. And this includes miracles. So when you guys are praying for or asking for miracles, and you're getting answers through the readings today or anytime, just Spirit wants you to know that everything is a process. It may not seem like it, because you don't always see the process that's happening until the result shows up, until you're either really upset about something or you're really excited and happy about something. But when you can understand that everything is a process, that where you are now took a process to get here, then all the things you want to fix, change, undo, heal, manifest are also happening in process. And what Spirit is going to give you today is practical wisdom that also points to what you need to shift and change and do. Okay. Now, I love this message from Spirit. I think it is really powerful. please make sure if you like this and you find it valuable that you also like it and that you let me know, because Spirit has delivered this especially for you today and actually asks me to not start any of these readings until I deliver their special message to you. Okay, so some of you out there needed this message today. All right, let's get looking here and see where Spirit takes me. Let's see. Casey, this is a really good question. Keep in mind, guys, if you don't get a reading today, it's nothing personal. I'm just following exactly where Spirit is guiding me to go. And Spirit knows who needs what right now and when. Even if you think you need something right now, you're going to get your readings and answers at just the right time, okay? Your answers have probably already been flooding in. You just may not recognize them, all right? All right. Hello, Larkin. You said my dad is a messenger in spirit. What does that mean? Is there a message from him, please? Okay, well, first of all, they're all messengers. Okay, I don't remember saying he was a messenger in spirit, but he is. And what that means is that there are so many ways that they can be messengers. But by messengers, that means they're delivering either messages of messages of guidance, things that you maybe need validation for in your intuition and you're getting, or maybe that you're getting and you don't know that you're receiving, right? And so they're trying to re-emphasize and reiterate and encourage you, maybe guide you away from one direction and into another, depending on what they know is best for you and what you want, okay? So really, once they go to the other side, they all have the capacity to be messengers, okay? In the bigger sense, and I think this is what you are referring to, is that his job as a messenger, I think that's what you're referring to. I do remember sharing that. I do remember that he shared that with me last week. And that means, because they all have jobs on the other side. Well, if you want a job, you have a job, but we all want to be purposeful, right? Our souls all want to be purposeful on the other side. Sometimes that's just being and holding space. Let's see, for him, why isn't this showing here? There we go. For him, that's actually his job right now on the other side. And so, as you know, as messengers, bye guys, thank you so much. I had horse helpers today. So when we're talking about messengers, it can mean a lot of things. For him specifically, he gets to travel beyond just that realm or that world, and he delivers messages between worlds, okay, which means that he gets to travel, which you can do in just with a thought, but he gets to travel and go to different worlds, different dimensions, different universes. He has the know-how and the freedom to go wherever he needs to be delivering messages. Now, sometimes it's kind of too intricate to get in and just explain here on this live. So I'm trying to summarize for you by what he's showing me, okay? But this gives him the opportunity to experience so many different realities, so many different worlds. And his being is getting to learn and experience what that means. In other words, his being is getting to broaden itself in learning to communicate in different dimensions, different paradigms, and deliver special, interdimensional messages for different types of beings, for souls that have their they may not be earthbound souls, right? They may be bound to other cosmoses or other universes. So this is something that he enjoys very much, okay? So Casey, they always have messages for you guys. The thing is that oftentimes we want new messages from them, or we need the messages repeated so that we can interpret it in a different way, okay? And so one of the things that your dad wants you to do is he wants you to learn to get control of your thinking, get control of your thoughts, because he wants to see you stand in your power in this lifetime. And what that means is to not feel a reliance on external people or circumstances or validation in order for you to make the choices you want and need to make. Okay? This is very clear and it's very important. He wants you to stand in your center and be okay with your choices just because they're your choices. Not caring about anybody else's opinions, not caring about what people are going to think about it, learning to really, truly believe in yourself. And that, he says, is going to take practice. Okay? It takes everybody practice. And how do we practice? How do we build confidence in something? Through doing it, through experience. Okay? So that is the message from your father. He believes in you very much. He knows you can do it. He knows that you struggle, but he wants you to discover that you can choose not to struggle so much. And that is going to be a journey for you to make that realization. Okay? So just keep taking it, as the message from Spirit said in the beginning, one step at a time. Okay? One day at a time, one step at a time, one choice at a time. Be aware of your thoughts. Be aware of if it's coming from your center or if you're making choices out of fear or based on other people's opinions. Okay? And just one little step at a time. You don't have to take off the whole chunk, right? As they said in The Secret, just take the next step on the staircase. Okay? Just one step at a time. All right, Casey. You got this, Casey. Just keep going. It's a marathon. It is not it's not a sprint. Okay? It is not a sprint. All right, let's see here. I love what your dad does, by the way, Casey. All right, I'm trying to get this to scroll down. Here we go, guys. All right. Nope, it's mine. I might be freezing. On Tuesdays, I freeze, guys. So if it's freezing, it's probably from my end because I got a little hot spot here. Okay? And that's okay. I'd rather that than not be with you at all. Hi, Barbara. Welcome. Hi, Penny. Hello. Oh, good morning. Where are you from? Are you in Australia, Penny? Where are you? That it's good morning for you. That's cool. Okay, let's see here. Hello, Melody. Scroll down here, guys. Claudette, Jody, how are you? My day is going great. Thank you so much. Let's see here. All right. Hi, Larkin. I spoke to you last time. I just want to say my spirit guides were right. I didn't accept my situation and I didn't surrender because I'm still trying to fix it. So it's okay. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Your spirit guides are always right. This is why, guys, I highly recommend the Meet Your Spirit Guides event that I'm hosting on the 10th of August. If you want more info, you can find on my Psychic Medium page down here on the banner. I have it pinned to the top. It's amazing. They are always accurate. And the more you guys learn to tune into them yourselves, the more powerful they can be. All right. Let's see here. All right. I'm just calling down Claudette to see. Claudette, what would you like? What would you like for a reading? You want about your daughter? Okay. Let's see here. Oh, you invited her. Christina. Okay. Okay. What would you like, Claudette? Hi, Lisa Joe. Hello, Almi. Welcome. Okay, we'll get to Michael, Andrea. I'm gonna try to get to Michael too. I'm just scrolling down to see if Claudette wrote anything else. Hi, Sharon. Trying to get to some people I haven't gotten to before, guys, as well. You're welcome, Casey. Let's see, Sharon, Marianne, on me. Okay, hold on. Let me get to, guys. I'm just scrolling down. Sorry, I wanted to see if. Hello, Catherine. Okay, Claudette, you are there. Okay, so Claudette, what is your question? What would you like a message about? I see you, Andrea. I've got your okay. Sorry, guys. There's a lot of messages. I want to scroll down and make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's see here. Okay, your nan and your dog. Got it. Hi, Jody. All right. All right, let's see here. Oh, ooh. Well, they're together. Hold on here. They are definitely together here. And oh, wow. So let's see here. Let's see here, guys. They're definitely together. So let's make sure, let's validate Claudette and make sure we've got the right souls here. Your dog is like, thank you, 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 thank you. Often they are together. Often our loved ones come, even if they're not always hanging out, often they come in visits together because they all know each other. Your non-human animals are part of your soul family too, guys. So let's see. So I'm getting the number 8, first of all. So they're tossing out some things right now that are validation. Let's see. Stella. Oh, that fits her very well. So, oh, sorry, Claudette is your sis. Sorry, I hit on the wrong one. That's great, guys. I'm so glad. There we go. That's the one I wanted. That's so great. I've got families on here. So, yeah. So our non-human animals are oftentimes part of our soul family, not always. So oftentimes they show up together. But yeah, your dog, Stella, she's like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, just so grateful, such gratitude, which I'm not surprised. Non-human animals are very gracious. And your grandmother today is wearing some very brightly colored clothes. She's trying to emanate and demonstrate. She's sharing with me how bright and joyful she is. They are on the other side. She's sharing with me. I hope she's hanging with Harley. Yeah, so your animals, guys, they'll all kind of come together. Usually for the person that I'm reading for, those animals will come forth. But they are all like together, right? So they know each other, they hang out together, they love each other. It's like an eternal thing, okay? So I don't know what this is about a purse. She's showing me like a handbag, Claudette. Like one of the handbags that you would just like put over your arm, like through your elbow. That it looked like it had like 2 handles. Maybe like a leather, let's see. Maybe like a leather handbag. She's showing me that, and I'm asking her if this is supposed to represent something from her or if it represents something from you guys. Or if she's trying to show me something that a pocketbook or purse represents. She's showing me that, yes, she's saying the dogs are her little treasures, but that you have lots of treasures as well. She came with a black handbag the other day for me. Did she really, Tanya? Wow. Okay, interesting. Well, let's see if we can find out what what it is. This one is not black. It's more of like a taupe or a tan, but it looks like it's leather or it's fake leather. And it's a pretty good size, but it like fits over her arm. It's not a shoulder bag, it's a handbag. And it sounds like there's a couple things that she's sharing with here. She's the one message is though she's saying, watch your handbag and the treasures in it. Watch your handbag and the treasures in it and what it represents. To me, that represents the money that you carry around, the money or the credit that you carry around. Okay. You're taking a trip to Newfoundland next Sunday. Oh, okay. Let me ask her if there's anything to do with that. So, are you intending on having backup, Claudette? In other words, like, are you going to be putting your money and your cards and things in different places? She was from Newfoundland. That's amazing. So the purse has two meanings here. One, it's about treasures. Okay. It's a place where you keep your treasures, and she's using it as a symbol. So when you go over there, it's going to be like a treasure trove, right? Because you're going to get some insight like into her world. But the other thing is she wants you to be very cautious and prepared. In other words, she doesn't want you to keep everything in one spot. She wants you to have things sort of spread out to make sure that you don't have any situations and circumstances where you end up being stuck, where something could get lost, right? So she's like, don't keep all your money in one place. Don't keep all your cards in one place. Keep things on you. Keep things close to you. Keep things sort of spread out. This is not an indicator that I am being told that anything negative is going to happen, that anyone's going to steal anything. She's just, even when they give these precautions and these heads up, I find that they're very important to follow because they're usually right. Sometimes that means you lose something for a day. That can ruin a day of your trip, right? Sometimes it means that something gets misplaced, or if something does get lost or stolen, you're not out of luck. Okay. So, that is very important. I think it's extremely significant that she also came to Tanya with this, because the handbag is definitely representative here. Let's see. And then she's also showing me, I don't know if you have your trip totally planned out, Claudette, but is there, hi, Debbie, welcome. Hi, Paul. Is there a church you plan on going to, or is there a town or something you plan on going to that has a significant church that you wanted to see? Because she's showing me a cathedral. She's showing me like a beautiful old stone. It looks like it's stone. It could be stone or brick, but it's like a taupe or gray color. A big Catholic. It looks like a big Catholic cathedral. It may not be Catholic, but it's a huge church that you're going to be seeing when you go over there. I don't know if you know that you have something like that in mind already. Take this as validation that she's viewing and watching your trip. Oh yes. My man went to the Catholic Church. Okay. Well, she's showing me one over there that you're going to be going to. And you did see them last time you were there? Okay. Just let this be validation that she's watching over you and she's seeing you and she sees this. And she's going to be there safely on your journey. Here's the last really important thing that she wants me to share with you. Not because you are up in the clouds flying. Okay. When we travel, we tend to grow and change. We tend to open up new opportunities. Okay. Hi, T-Lynn. Welcome. You may, I'm going wherever spirit draws me. Okay. What she wants you to know Oh, he was born there. That's cool. What she wants you to know is that when you're there and when you're up in the plane traveling, you're going to be your mindset is going to be different because you're in transient, right? You're transient at that point. You don't have the same pressures, you don't have the same requirements of everyday life. When you're up in that airplane, it's almost like you get removed from everything. Okay. And so one of the things that's important for you to do is to take advantage of the time in the plane and the time alone you can get there. That's very sacred. Okay. The energy is different there. Your ability to connect with her, Claudette, is going to be different there. Your tuning into your ancestral energy is going to be different. And especially the transient time on the airplane, you're going to be very open to receiving a very personal connection to her. Not just messages like I'm delivering, but an actual very personal connection and realizations while you are traveling. Okay. This is very important. Please know that she's very excited about this trip for you. Okay. She said there's a lot of aha moments and awakenings, understandings, and opportunities for tremendous inner peace and growth that are going to be happening in this trip. Okay. I'm going to leave your mother with you, Claudette. I love her energy. I love your dog's energy. They love you very much, and they're both going to be there keeping an eye on you. Okay. All right, guys. I am trying to get to as many people as possible. Please note, for those of you that are new, I see there's some new people on here. Please know that Spirit wants me on the free online readings to be as quick and efficient as possible. I'm not doing so great with that today, but it is because for free online readings, they want me to offer validation. They want me to offer comfort, and they want me to offer guidance. Okay. Then if you want something more, you guys can pay somebody for a reading or get on an online small group reading that's less expensive. Those are for more in-depth things. The free online readings are more to just touch as many people as possible. Okay. Then if you need something more, you guys can go, get something more in depth. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Marianne, I want to talk to you about this for a minute. Okay. So first of all, you get a ton of messages. Your spirit guides are trying to get through to you. Okay. So I want to say this because I think this is really important for everyone. Sometimes people get on and they say, I never get picked, I never get a reading, I never get messages. And what I want to say to you is you're always getting messages. You may not be aware that you're getting those messages, but you're always receiving them. Okay. It's more about fine-tuning what it is you're picking up on. Okay. For me personally, I just go where spirit guides me. Okay. And so sometimes people might be on my lives for weeks before spirit guides me there. And it doesn't mean we're not picking you. It doesn't mean you're not important. It doesn't mean there's not anybody there for you. But spirit knows who needs what when. And spirit also guides me. I think that guides other readers as well. For the right moment. And a lot of times that right moment, Marianne, that right time is when you're the most open to receiving. If your mind is full of, I don't seem to get messages, then you're not going to get messages. If you believe that, you're not going to get messages. Okay. Meanwhile, you're getting messages. Okay. So what exactly do you want to know? What is it, Marianne, that you want to know specifically for these online readings so that I don't have to take the time to kind of hunt and peck from the beginning with your loved ones and spirit guides? Is there something specific, Marianne, that you feel that you've been wanting or needing to know that no one is choosing you for a reading and that you're not getting a reading? Let me know in the comments so we can get right down to whatever it is. Okay. You've been disconnected a lot. Okay. So here's a couple things that come through for you. Okay. And I do, guys, I don't see all your messages. I see most of your messages. I'm really trying to get to as many of you as I can. Okay. All right. That is a great answer. Let's see here. Hold on here. This is a really great answer because this relates to a lot of people. Okay. And I work with people on this all the time as a mindset coach, as a spiritual mentor. If you want to connect with me more, you can always find me on my page. But these types of questions and answers, Marianne, they go beyond readings. They go really about creating new habits and creating awareness. And for that, I recommend that you find somebody you trust. You start doing some programs or some coaching or some connecting to your intuition, something that is more than just getting on and getting a free online reading, because they are shorter, they are quicker. They're not a consistent pattern of things, okay? Feeling disconnected is actually a very common thing. And a lot of my students and clients talk to me about this. They come to me with this issue. Is it really an issue? Well, it's actually something natural that happens to all of us. And first of all, Spirit wants you to know it's okay that you feel disconnected. We are human, and we're all going to go through periods where we do feel disconnected. You cannot be expected. You're welcome, Claudette. You cannot be expected to feel connected all the time. Okay? You cannot expect to always feel as though you're connected, you're having clear question and answer. That's what we want as human beings. But the truth is, guys, we go in and out all the time. We as humans, we go in and out of being connected and disconnected. And it's not from their side, it's our side. It's always us. It's always our ego. It's always our mind. When we feel disconnected, we're either overthinking, or we're not getting answers that we want, or we're trying to overanalyze, or we're overly emotional about it, or we can't seem to detach, or we've numbed ourselves, or we're so busy thinking and maybe being emotional that we're trying too hard. And then we literally, they're right there trying to get through to us, and we cut ourselves off. Okay. So what is the solution to that? Because your spirit guides are trying to get through to you. They've been like knocking, but you have this wall around you because you're so busy analyzing, are you connected or disconnected? You're never disconnected. Ever, 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 ever. You are never disconnected. It is impossible. You cannot ever be disconnected. What you can be is unaware of the connection. Okay, what you can be is unaware of the connection. So the more you learn to broaden your awareness, tune into the signs for you, listen to the inner voice of your intuition instead of the noise of your thinking, the more you're going to recognize that they're always there. And I think one of the best things you can do that your spirit guides have been trying to tell you is, no matter how things may seem, Marianne, you're always connected. They're always there. Okay. I see 2 spirit guides with you very strongly. If you want to get to meet them, come join my Meet Your Spirit Guides event. I only offer 10 spots per month. Okay. You can find it pinned to my Psychic Medium page that's down here. If that's not what you want to do, that's fine, but then do something else. Spend time in nature, journal, try to quiet your thoughts, and instead allow that first intuition that rises to be your guide. Okay, because your intuition, your guides, your spirit guides will speak to you by that very first thought. And then when you start analyzing and questioning and doubting and overthinking, it gets confusing. And then you feel like you're disconnected. Okay, but you never are. The only thing that ever disconnects, gives us the feeling of disconnection, is our egoic veil. Okay, our egoic veil. And it happens to me too. It happens to all of us. But here's the number one thing. Don't have resistance to feeling disconnected, because that's going to keep you feeling disconnected. Be okay with it. Be like, I feel sort of disconnected today. That's okay. I know they're there. I know things are always working out for me. I know they're there no matter what my limited human senses can read right now. Okay? That's super important for you. When you start doing that, your ego is going to be like, oh, this is boring. This is boring. She's not upset anymore about feeling disconnected. Okay. So I would, the fact that you care about being disconnected too, your spirit guides are showing me, also means that it's time for you to evolve to the next level of your connecting and communicating with your intuition and with your spirit team. Okay. So whenever way that means, find someone or something and get out in nature, journal, learn to listen to your voice, Be aware of your thoughts and feelings. Learn to differentiate your feelings from your intuition. And that is going to start creating an experience for you where you don't feel disconnected so much. And when you do, it's going to be for a shorter period of time, and you're going to know just what to do about it. Okay. This takes me working with clients, a whole process to get them to this phase, but you can start with just the things that Spirit just gave you. Okay. So, thank you for that question, because I think it is so relevant for so many people. So relevant for so many people. Okay. So thank you for sharing that. I'm going to send your spirit guides with you. I need to keep moving because I'm going slower than I should be today. Andrea Reese. Let's see. Michael. I remember connecting with Michael. So, you know, Andrea, there's still, there always will be, but there's quite a bit of deep emotional healing that is still going on with you, that is needing to go on with you still. And what's really important is that what's really important for you is that you get to that next level of emotional healing. What your dad is showing me is that you know, one of the ways that you find comfort, and you have this need to feel a connection to him during this process of healing, and he wants you to know that he's right there. He's right there. But what he wants you to do is he wants you to focus less on needing to feel him, needing that reassurance that he's there, as a means of helping and comforting some of, you know, the pain that you're still trying to feel from losing him. You haven't ever lost him, but from his passing. Okay. And instead, he wants you to turn that around, Andrea, and he wants you to focus on learning the language of connecting with him. Turn that attention to the language of communicating with him. Okay. And this is super, super important to be able to do that. Okay. He said there's the next level you haven't gone to. And that next level of your healing is going to be uplifting for you, because it's going to be about finding the joy and the humor in the fact that you can still communicate so well, even better than before. But you have to learn and practice it. Okay. So focus less on the missing part and more of the learning how to connect and communicate in a new way. Okay. Let's see here. Mary Ann. Well, health problems are they're this right here. Health issues come from the mind and the body, Mary Ann. Right? So what happens is, when we're thinking in ways that don't serve us, when we're overthinking, when we're highly emotional, when we cause ourselves mental and emotional hormone imbalances, and that from stress and anxiety, and please understand that all of that just comes from your thoughts. But eventually, when that becomes a habit, it can cause illness and health issues. Okay? So that's why, you know, the guidance is, you know, to really, you really need to learn to be more aware of your thoughts, because those are feeding into your emotions, which is feeding into your body, which is affecting you physically. And that's like a train that's getting momentum, right? And you want to turn that train around. So yes, you've got the right idea there. Yes. You're welcome, Kristen. Let's see here. Also, so I don't need to keep reassurance from them. I feel like I have become some kind of spirit guidance seeking junkie. There's nothing wrong with that. Why is there anything wrong with that, Anne-Marie? What you are wanting and learning to do is you've barely begun your journey with your spirit guides. You barely started it. Why would you want to quit now? That's okay. I interact with my spirit guides all day, every day. I always have. Just like they're my best friend right here next to me, or my little dog with me. I mean, I'm always interacting with them. There's nothing wrong with that. It's better to get reassurance from them because they're going to validate your own intuition. They're going to validate your higher self, your choices, the best version of you, versus reassurance from social media, reassurance from friends. There's nothing wrong with that. Build a strong relationship with them. You have barely started your journey with them, Anne-Marie. So you're perfectly fine doing that. I mean, think about it. What better guidance could you have? Now, coming up, I'm going to be having a couple of 3-day and 5-day free events to tap into your intuition. That's going to lead to a mini online course that I have, so people can learn to do exactly that. You don't have to work with me. You can work with someone else. But by all means, pursue it authentically. Okay? Come do my free 3 to 5 day course if you want, that I'm going to be posting. What Spirit shares with me is that they want you guys to be able to connect. They want you guys to be able to really connect with the other side. And what better place to get advice from than your spirit guides? I don't see anything wrong with that. I think that's fantastic. All right, so let's see here. Let's see. Hold on a second, guys. Yes, you have claircognizance. That came through as well. All right, now let's see. I've got 13 minutes. I have a couple people I want to get through here. Catherine, I'm not sure. I'm not getting anything clear on this. Will my disabled brother get back to the family from the nursing home? Has my late mom, Kathleen, an answer? Well, so your mom is now in, so I want to clear this up a little bit too. We have this idea and this desire to have the same type of guidance from our parents and loved ones that we had while they are here. And I understand that. It is very comforting. It's in our comfort zone, right? We look up to them. In some aspects, they do. And in some aspects, they are now in a role where they have such a broader perspective now. They have so much more of a bigger picture of what's happening. So instead of, when they're living, a lot of people are like, oh my God, don't do this. We don't want that to happen. We don't want so-and-so's feelings hurt. They're not like that in spirit anymore because they're out of contrast. So they're not seeing things as good or bad. Their focus, Catherine, is no longer for you to avoid struggle and suffering or hard times. What they want is the best outcome that sometimes our struggles direct us to in order for us to learn. So one of the differences with your mom right now on the other side is that although she doesn't want you guys to struggle and suffer. She doesn't. But please, for everybody, understand that when you're on the other side, you're outside of space and time. You can see and understand the meaning and the cause and the effect to everything. You understand what your still here in this world human counterparts want and need to learn and need to experience, and that is for their greater good. So when you're in non-physical, you choose and prefer the greater good for your loved ones over helping them avoid something that they wouldn't like or that's uncomfortable. So that is where your mother is coming from right now. Okay, she loves you all unconditionally. She does not have as much resistance to the situation as she did, okay, because she understands what your brother chose for him to learn, what the whole family is learning. what I am seeing right now, nothing is set in stone, but what I am seeing right now is that there's going to be a flux of things, different advice, different doctors, different guidance, a lot of different things coming in regards to your brother, and that there isn't going to be more of what is settled for him for maybe the next 1 to 3 years, even that he's going to have the opportunity. Now, I don't know what you guys are going to choose. She's not showing me that. He's going to have the opportunity to come home. But that I'm not seeing that as a permanent thing. I'm seeing that as going back and forth, coming home and then having to go back, and then coming home and then having to go back. And so this is going to sort of be something that is going to be in flux. Okay. What she's sharing with me also is that the more important question to be asking, other than where is he going to be and what's going to be happening, is if you want him home, the questions you should be asking is, what can I do and what needs to be done and shifts, what needs to shift in order for him to come and be home for any period of time? What needs to shift? What needs to change? It might be procedure, it might be doctor, it might be opinions. What is it that needs to change, your mom is saying, in order for him to come home? Okay. That is the question that needs to be asked. Not, is he going to be home? But what needs to shift so that you guys can make that possible and palatable, she says. In other words, him coming home might be pose more difficult than imagined if these questions are not answered. Okay, that's just coming exactly from your mom. So that's what she's saying right now. Okay, I hope that that helps. Please know that she's with you guys, that you need to trust in yourself and your decisions and allow this to be a process. Okay, and you're going to be able to connect to that more closely now that we've had this connection. Okay. Let's see here, guys. I'm trying to get to everybody. You're back, Keith. Wonderful and welcome. Welcome. Okay. All right. Hold on, guys. I have to scroll down here because I had somebody saved. All right. Hi, Keith. I know you wanted a reading yesterday. Yes. What is your question, Keith? Let me know your question, please. Guys, I am going to be super quick here because I only have 7 minutes. I was looking for you, Keith. I'm glad you showed up. I do have to try to be kind of brief, guys, because Spirit is like, what are you doing? You're being very slow today. Get to some more people. So I'm trying to get to as many of you as I can. If I don't get to you, please know that Veronica has amazing readers on here that read every day of the week. Okay, so you have not been forgotten by Spirit. I do readings throughout the week. I have all sorts of events and things. If you want to connect with me, you can find me on my Psychic Medium page. And your reading will come at just the right time, okay? All right, so let's see here. I need to do this quick. Keith, please remind me of your question. Let me quick do this, guys. I'm going to be quick, and I apologize, but I need to be brief. Validation, guidance, and reassurance right now, just so you guys at least know these souls are here. And then what we'll do is next week, if you don't get a reading between now and then, we'll try to do something more. But again, if you guys want something more in depth, get a reading from somebody you trust. Get a reading. Pay them for their time. Get a reading if you need something more in depth, or join a group, okay? A group online reading. I host those every month too. I'd love to connect with my partner, Jeff, who passed in February. I love him so much. I am so lost. Please let me know if there's anything from him. Okay, so again, Anna, I wish I could go in more deeply, but I've only got 6 minutes, so I'm going to be brief just to let you know that he's there, okay? He's showing up, and he's just like, he's kissing your hand, actually, your right hand, and he's putting his cheek on your hand, and he's letting you know that he's not ever going anywhere. He's right there. And he's like, this is going to take time. This is going to take a process. He's like, but I haven't really gone anywhere. Okay. I'm still right there. He's aware it's not the same. You can't touch him. You can't physically hear his voice, but he wants you to know he's just as present with you as he was. And he also wants to remind you, he's like, we have a soul connection. We planned on meeting up in this world. And he's like, and believe it or not, I left exactly when I was supposed to. So he's like, you have some very important things to do that you can only do with me on the other side. You have important things to do, Anna. You can only do, evidently, with him on the other side. Okay, so he's going to be there helping you, supporting you, loving you. And I'm sorry I'm rushing through these, but I do have a few people I have to get to. So again, in a small group reading or something, we can do more in depth, but I just want you to know he's there. Okay, Spirit wants me to make sure you know he is there. And you're not lost. You feel lost, and it's okay, but you are not lost. He wants you to know it's going to take a process. This is going to take some time. Okay, but things are going to get better for you. They are going to get better. And he wants you to know it is the blink of an eye that you're separated. The blink of an eye. You're really not separated. He's actually right there. Okay. But when you get to the other side, Anna, he's going to be right there. Okay. Your souls are connected. You're always going to be connected. Okay. So he's not going anywhere. It's just this life experience. You're going to have to make some adaptations to what your mind believed. Okay. So here's what I have to say. Keep talking to him. Know that he's there. Write to him. Keep connecting with him. If you find me again or other readers on here, we can go in more in depth. I just want you to know that he's there since I only have a few minutes. Okay? Just keep talking to him. He can hear and sense everything that you're saying and feeling for him. Okay? And I hope I'll see you again and we can connect further. Okay? If you guys want to connect with me further, my Facebook page is down here on the banner. So let's see. There's a couple other people I want to get to here. Let's see here. Keith, I see you. I was hoping you were going to be on earlier because I wanted to spend more time with you. I only have a couple minutes, so let's see what we can do here. Hold on a second. Allison, we're not going to have time to totally get to your dream tonight. But you guys, he's visiting you in the astral plane, Allison, okay? He's visiting you in the astral plane. Trying to please record your dreams if you can, okay? Let's see. Keith, I really wanted to spend more time on you, and I only have 2 minutes. I was looking for you today, but that's okay. Let's just at least just validate that he's there for you, okay? Let's see. He's there for you. I see him actually. There's a few women actually in spirit with him right now. It looks like maybe his mom. Did he have a sister that passed, Keith? I really want to go into more mediumship with you, but I only have like a minute and a half. I just want to confirm that he's there. Let's see here. He's got several women around him. One looks like his mom. One looks like she's about his age, actually. Maybe a little couple years difference, maybe a little bit, very close in age, is right there with him. His grandmother. So there's like 3 generations there. His sister. Okay. Awesome. Yes, that passed. Let's see. Let's see. So yes, he's got 2 older women with him. So it looks like a grandmother, a motherly type figure, and a woman that's about his age. Looks like, okay, your grandmother's here. Okay. Well, there's an older woman that looks like she's a little bit older than him. Like she would have been like his mother's age. And maybe it's an aunt, but it's someone that loves him. It's a motherly figure. And then his grandmother, and then someone around his age there with you. This is just validation for you that he's there. He's actually just standing here with his hands folded. And he's like, you know, he wants you to know he can hear everything. I'm going to have to get off in a second, guys. I'm over my hour. He can hear everything that you're saying to him. And he wants you to not hold back. No, not your grandmother that's here. This would have been this is in spirit. He's surrounded by these three women that he has with him. And he's like, you know, he doesn't want you to hold back. He's like, you know, you have some dreams and visions. And he's like, you don't need to be so cautious. You don't need to have everything right first. He wants you. Hi, Christy. He wants you to really step into your power this year. And he wants you to dig down deep and find the dreams of your heart. And he wants you to give it your all. He wants you to trust yourself. He wants you to trust your support. He wants you to start really living your best life. That means at a whole new level. He wants to see you experiencing a level of freedom. And he has been working to encourage you to do that. Okay. And this is really important. He really wanted to get this through to you today. Okay. Now I have to apologize because I did look for you. As soon as you came in, I tried to grab you. I was in the middle of a couple other people. I think Sharon, I didn't get to today, and I said I was going to. So I do have to log off because this is not my page. I know you love him so much, and he loves you, and that's powerful guidance. So you can find me again. You can find other readers. He'd like to talk to you more, Keith. So keep talking to him and writing to him. Okay. There's so many people I want to talk to on here, but again, you guys can find me on my Psychic Medium page. I will be back next Monday and Tuesday at the same time. And Veronica has such amazing readers on here. You guys can tune in for their lives all week long. You can also schedule a reading with a reader that you trust or an online small group reading like I host as well. Okay. All right, guys. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening. I'll see you all next week, if not before, on my page. Mwah. Have an amazing night. I'll talk to you all soon.